Hello, this is Master Psychic Spirit Walker, your host from Starseed Psychics, and this is our podcast, which is made from our actual blog over at www.starseedpsychics.com. I'm very happy that you're with us today. Now enjoy the next episode of our blog.
Simply put, claircognizance is the intuitive ability of clear knowing. You just know what you know and cannot truly explain it. People that have natural claircognizant abilities are free thinkers. They enjoy thinking things out and often get ideas that all of a sudden come into their brain. They get answers to questions that they ask internally in their mind and at light speeds, such as when asking, "What was that sound?" And then suddenly, the answer quickly presents itself. It is one of the hardest to believe abilities by those who have this psychic ability because it is often hard to determine between what is a claircognizant thought delivered through energy and what is just a normal thought. How do you know if it's claircognizance? Claircognizant information usually comes in like light from the switch of a switch showing up all of a sudden in your head. I'm talking about ideas that are very sudden and very noticeable, not something you are thinking about over time. Claircognizant thoughts are there and then gone like a flash. So fast, in fact, that you usually should write them down immediately before you forget them. Ideas and thoughts received through claircognizance can be annoying and keep bothering you, much like a thought that someone is lying to you, with no actual evidence of this, but usually, it's a moment of insight that comes on suddenly. The clear, intuitive thoughts of claircognizance often appear at strange times such as when you are working, driving, showering, etc. Usually, you are doing something totally unrelated to it. In case you are not sure if you have claircognizance yet. Here are 10 signs you are claircognizant. It takes meditation to quiet your mind and you spend your time thinking or writing often. Most authors and songwriters are claircognizant. You have many ideas that you cannot wait to share that came on you out of the blue. Sometimes this can even keep you up at night. You often interrupt people speaking. You really enjoy brain quests, figuring things out using more of the left side of your brain. You get answers to things sometimes days after you think on them, just all of a sudden, although it takes you some time, you get the answer with no additional support, research. You can feel when someone is true and trustworthy. You know when someone is not a good person without even knowing the person. You are the answer friend or family member. People often ask you to help solve things they cannot solve. You love to learn through books or other written works more than other ways. You can listen to most people speak, watch them laugh, watch their eyes move, watch how they respond when they think no one is watching, shake their hand, even brush past them and write a book about them, instantly. If you are a thinking person, all the time, or a learner or gatherer of information, this is also a sign you are claircognizant. Claircognizance, the intuitive ability of clear knowing, is real. I bet you had no idea you were one of us.
Hello, you have been listening to Starseed Psychics podcast from www.starseedpsychics.com, our website. We thank you very much for tuning in, and we would very much like to have you as a permanent listener, a routine listener. We put every single blog that is written by our expert psychics onto a podcast here on Anchor, and it is available on 6 platforms. We are very much looking for those who want to support us, and that is very possible. With your donations, we can provide even more for our listeners. If you can't do that, we would very much like to have you as a new client over at starseedpsychics.com, where our gifted psychics and spiritual teachers, spiritual analysis, whatnot, we have healers. We'll be able to be there for you anytime you need us. Until next time, this has been Master Psychic Spirit Walker. Have a good night.